While everyone's panicking about AI taking their jobs, I've discovered 5 specific AI skills that will put you ahead of 99% of people. Now, I know this works because over the past 3 years, I've used these exact skills to build multiple income streams, and I was early to the party. For instance, a few years ago, before ChatGPT even came out, I was already making videos where I was having conversations with an AI avatar. But here's what most people don't understand. We're not just in an AI revolution. We're in the middle of the biggest career reshuffling in human history. My name is Shane, and on this channel, I help people understand how to thrive in the AI economy. And in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly which skills to focus on, why most people are preparing for the wrong future, and the specific roadmap to master each of these skills, even if you're starting from zero. But first, you need to understand the deeper pattern of what's happening right now and why history holds the key to your future success. Consider the humble cockroach versus the mighty saber-toothed tiger. The saber-toothed tiger was the ultimate specialist. Massive fangs, perfectly designed for hunting large prey, incredible strength, apex predator. But when the environment changed, these beautiful, perfectly adapted creatures went extinct almost overnight. The cockroach, on the other hand, it survived every extinction event for 300 million years. Ice ages, asteroid impacts, radiation levels that would kill humans instantly. Why? Because it's the ultimate generalist. It can eat anything, live anywhere, adapt to any condition. Or take tardigrades, microscopic water bears that can literally survive in the vacuum of space. But they can also survive in temperatures of 300 degrees Fahrenheit and radiation doses 1,000 times lethal to humans. Now, they're not the strongest or the smartest, but they're the most adaptable. And look at crows versus dodo birds. Crows have learned to use traffic to crack nuts, recognize human faces, and even use tools. And they thrive in every environment humans create. The dodo, on the other hand, couldn't adapt to one change, humans arriving on their island, and they vanished forever. So all of these animals went extinct. And right now there's a technological meteor heading straight for the job market. And just like 66 million years ago, it's not going to be the biggest or the strongest careers that survive, it's going to be the most adaptable ones. But we actually don't even have to look that far back to find the secrets to which careers are going to survive and thrive. In fact, before we talk about the future, let's look 2,000 years into the past, because ancient Rome gives us a perfect case study of which careers truly stand the test of time. Now, in ancient Rome, people were paid in sestertii, which was ancient Roman currency. And when we look at the highest paid professions from 2,000 years ago, something fascinating emerges. The top earning advocati, aka their lawyers, made 50 to 200,000 sestertii per year. And in today's equivalent, top lawyers still make $100,000 to $2 million annually. So the career survived and thrived. Medicis, or their doctors, earned 30,000 to 150,000 sestertii. Modern doctors make 200 to 800,000 per year. Still essential, still highly paid. Architecti, or their engineers, made 25,000 to 100,000 sestertii. And today's engineers earn 80 to $300,000 a year. The need for builders and problem solvers never goes away. And the top gladiators and chariot racers, the ancient athletes, could earn over 500,000 sestertii per year, especially if they were stars. Modern athletes make $1 million to $100 million a year, and the crowd still loves their champions. In fact, this Roman athlete, Gaius Appius Diocles, earned 35 million sestertii. That's 15 billion in today's dollars. But here's the most interesting one. Mercatories, the merchants and traders, the ancient entrepreneurs, the most successful ones earned 100,000 to 1 million sestertii per year by building trade networks, taking calculated risks, and creating value where none existed before. And today's entrepreneurs, the top 1%, they're making millions or even billions of dollars a year. And the principles are identical. Find problems, create solutions, and scale systems. But what about careers that didn't make it? Well, nomenclators. And by the way, I'm probably mispronouncing some of these careers. Sorry, I don't speak Latin. But these were human Rolodexes who memorized names for politicians. And they were replaced by databases and phones. Calculatores, human calculators who did math for merchants. And they were replaced by actual calculators in the 1970s. Lectors, public readers who read to illiterate crowds. They were replaced when literacy became widespread. And the pattern is clear. Careers that solve fundamental human needs, health, justice, engineering, entertainment, these are evergreen. They adapt and evolve, but they never disappear. So keep that in mind as we go over these AI skills. All right, quick break. This Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm hosting a free live workshop called How to Get Money Quickly with YouTube. It's happening on January 6th, so make sure you mark that down. If you've been struggling to find your YouTube niche, or you don't want to spend months or even years building a channel around something that isn't profitable or just doesn't work for you in general, then this workshop is for you. Because for everyone who shows up live, I'll be giving giving away the Hidden Niche Finder 2.5. This is the most advanced version of my GPT-powered niche validation tool yet, and it's designed to help you instantly test and uncover profitable YouTube niches before you invest your time, money, and effort into the wrong one. And it's the most refined, data-driven version so far, and I'll be giving it away completely free, but only during this live workshop. So attend the free live workshop by clicking that link down the description and the pinned comment below to grab it. You'll also be able to ask me questions live, so I look forward to meeting you. Oh, and just a heads up, this will be probably one of the last times I'll be giving away a version of the Niche Validator for free, so make sure you click that link and show up to the workshop. Make sure you put it in your calendar, and I look forward to seeing you there. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. So at this point, you have a fork in the road, and there are two distinct paths that you can take. So path A is, let's say you're already in an evergreen career, right? You're a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, an accountant, or an athlete. Well, your path is clear. Double down and integrate AI into your existing specialty. So for instance, learn how to use AI to do legal research if you're a lawyer, master AI diagnostics if you're a doctor, and use AI design tools if you're an engineer. Path B is becoming an AI generalist with multiple tools and skills. Now, this is the one where you're not in an evergreen career, or you want to create entirely new opportunities. And this is where you become an AI generalist and master the 5 high-income skills that I'm about to show you. Now, these aren't theoretical skills. In fact, these are the exact capabilities that are creating 6-figure incomes right now. And the best part is most people don't even know these opportunities exist yet. All right, so skill 1 is going to be AI-powered sales intelligence. And this skill is worth $75,000 to $250,000 a year. So while most salespeople are still cold calling random lists, AI sales specialists are using machine learning to identify prospects who are 80% more likely to buy, predicting the exact moment that they're ready to purchase to save a bunch of time, and automating personalized outreach at scale. So some tools to master here: Clay, Apollo, Outreach AI, HubSpot AI, and Gong Visual Q, so that you can create sales dashboards with dramatically increased conversion rates. All right, skill 2, and this one is absolutely epic, and I actually did something with this recently that was awesome, and that is AI data analysis and business intelligence. And this skill is worth $85,000 to $300,000 a year. And AI data analysts use machine learning to find patterns that humans miss. Plus, they use it to predict business outcomes and automate report generation that used to take weeks. Now, when it comes to data analysis, what's happening in that industry is it's becoming very sort of industry and job specific. For instance, there's nurse informaticist, which is data analysis mixed with the nursing career, right? So that's basically what's happening in the data analysis industry. So you can actually combine data analysis and AI skills with whatever career you're doing right now. And we actually recently did this for my coaching company, where we teach people how to grow and make money on YouTube. And we basically took all of our sales calls, analyzed all of them with AI, and made this incredible spreadsheet where we break down every possible little thing about our ideal prospects. For instance, we have the exact questions that they ask with exact quotes. And this can be used for our marketing team, for content creation. It can be given to our sales team so they know which objections are coming up, et cetera, et cetera. It's insanely useful. And we did it all with the help of AI. This probably would have taken a human literally 3 months to make, but with AI, we did it in a couple days. Now, the tools to master here are Tableau AI, Power BI Copilot, Hex, Observable, and Data Robot Visual Q. And this is going to be a transformation from spreadsheet chaos to clean, automated insights. All right, speaking of content creation, that is skill number 3, AI content strategy and creation. And if you get a job with this, it's going to be worth $60,000 to $200,000 a year. But if you start a business using this, it can be worth far, far more, millions or even tens of millions of dollars a year. So content creators who master AI aren't just faster. They're creating content that converts better because they can test infinite variations, personalize at scale, and optimize for engagement in real time. So some tools to master here is, of course, ChatGPT, but also Claude. Copy.ai is pretty good. Midjourney and other image creation softwares. Opus for cutting up clips. Descript for semi-automated video editing. And another really cool tool is Poppy AI. So yeah, building a personal brand, making content, it's basically like a cheat code to success now. And this is actually really good whether you're just wanting to build a personal brand and then just post on LinkedIn, Twitter, maybe some videos here and there in order to get a better job. For instance, one of my clients, Josh, was able to get an offer from 2 different FANG companies from his personal brand on YouTube. And just to put that in perspective, it's harder to get into FANG companies than it is to get into like Harvard and Yale. They have much higher rejection rates. And it was all because he built his personal brand. Then later on, he was able to start a business, start making 1,000 a month, 3,000 a month, 5,000 a month, even 10,000 a month or more. And that was kind of just as a side hustle, doing it on the side while he was working. But then he quit his job, took it seriously. And by working with us, he was able to scale all the way up to over $180,000 a month. All right, next is going to be AI process automation. And this one is relatively obvious, but it's honestly incredibly important. And this skill is worth $90,000 to $350,000 a year. So every company has repetitive processes that burn through human hours. And AI automation specialists identify these bottlenecks and create intelligent systems that work 24/7 without breaks, mistakes, or complaints, right? Stories like this are not that uncommon. If you embrace AI, if you learn to use AI and then figure out how to actually use it in your business or in the company that you're working with, good things are going to happen. So some tools to master here: Zapier, Make, UiPath, Process Sheet, N8N, and of course, project management software such as Monday.com or the 500,000 other ones that are out there. All right, next is AI training and implementation. And this is a skill that's worth $80,000 to $300,000 because as companies adopt AI tools, they need experts who can train their teams effectively. AKA, they need people who know what good looks like. This is something I've probably said like 100 times to my team. AI is useless if there isn't a human being on the other side that can recognize what good looks like, because you can ask AI to do something and a lot of the time it'll do it pretty well, but there's a few things it'll mess up on, and there needs to be someone with good taste who knows what good looks like on the other side to train it correctly. Now, AI trainers need to create curriculum, run workshops, and ensure successful implementation for the AI itself, but also for the people using the AI. Now, one that almost made the list but didn't quite make it is AI-assisted software development. Some people call this vibe coding, but it's basically where you use AI to assist you in doing software development, and sometimes you can even do this without really knowing all that much about the software itself, which is pretty incredible. I just thought this was too specific and it wasn't really like a generalist skill set. With that being said, if you are doing software development, you definitely need to embrace AI. So when it comes to action plans, you need to pick 2 to 3 of these skills and just get started. Start doing projects. And in my opinion, one of the smartest things you can possibly do is document these projects on video, or at the very least, document these projects publicly on something like LinkedIn or Twitter. You don't even have to show your face or anything like that. And eventually you starting your personal brand like that is going to get you noticed by tons of people who are looking for AI specialists or AI generalists for their companies. And if you just learn some generalist AI skills and tack that onto anything that you're doing right now, essentially, you are going to look so much more valuable in the eyes of recruiters, but also hiring managers and business owners. So learn these AI skills. And also check out the case study we did breaking down exactly how we helped Josh grow by clicking right here.